So we've said before, loiter is a place and a concept. And then Jamal and I have talked about the fact that East Cleveland has such a negative narrative that people literally think of East Cleveland. And I mean, I mentioned before in the previous episode that our senator even said it looks like a bomb went off here. You got political, our elected leaders saying that you go from where you were staying up around University Circle, you go from Shangri-La to Beirut. Like, if you got that reality, you got a fictitious place of Shangri-La and then an actual physical place. So now you're talking about two different extremes. My thinking was the narrative control, narrative change needs to happen from a position of authority and a position of ownership. And so loiter in and of itself it's a place and it's a way of being. It's trying to again edify our community to be able to say we have the right to claim our space, right to have the right to open our businesses the way that we want to open them, while at the same time is under this banner of loiter, which represents a broader goal, which is to move from an extractive version of capitalism. So loiter for East Cleveland is waving the flag of emancipation. And so if that concept is too complex, right? It's because the situation is complex, right? So I'm trying to drill down and say, like, is our strategy of, we have a parent company where we have subsidiaries, kind of like Apple, right? I'm sorry, kind of like Google, right? Alphabet is at the top, and they got Android. So people can invest in these different bits and pieces, to where if Voice and Culture, which is this entity right now, which is the podcast, the book series, all of that enterprise, if it becomes compromised either financially or because of the people who were leading this bit of work, does not affect the actual organization of loiter. So we're trying to create these barriers right from the beginning, of risk, to make sure that we don't lose control of our destiny by structuring in a way that other larger entities and enterprises have actually begun their organization with right from the beginning. So that is my thinking, and I've never really expressed it like that with anybody. So I want to kind of see if you understand that, if it's like, what are the flaws in it? Like, again, I'm just checking against myself. That's how I like to do. So I'm doing this live, real
yeah.
live.
So I think the logic of it makes sense. I think as you are approaching funders and investors, I think it would be very essential to understand, like, where's the local investment, from the people, right? And so that's part of what I was speaking to earlier, that without that piece, it's going to be harder for other entities to invest in this, because we know that capital is going to be very critical to building all of these enterprises. And so I think showing where are the local dollars, and I'm not saying you have to get foundations or banks or anything like that to come to the table. That would be nice if they willingly come to the table, but not forcing people to be a part of it. But at the same time, okay, what are the local community organizations investing into this? What are the local churches doing? All those entities that make up people and capital in a very much so a broader sense, I think, are going to be critical to sustaining each organization. So if I care about Voice and Culture, then I need to be invested in that some type of way. If I care about Loiter Sports, I need to be invested, and so on and so on. And so I think creating those different pathways where people can invest their time, their talent, and their resources, financial resources too, to make sure that those different entities are standing up.